AD. So it's a data, right? Permission sets and profiles are used for data or metadata. It was metadata. Okay. It was metadata that we have controlled. Okay. The access of metadata is controlled with the help of profiles and permission sets. Then we talked about data control. That is roles. Before roles, we had org-wide defaults. Okay. Before roles, we had org-wide defaults. Then next we have completed roles. Then we have seen the practical example of role hierarchy. Okay. Once these are done, okay, once these are done, then we have talked about sharing rules. Okay, sharing rules. In the last example, okay, in the last example, what we have done is we have taken a scenario. In that scenario, we have created a sharing rule such that, okay, we have created a sharing rule such that particular persons can see particular records based on the criteria we defined in the sharing rule. Okay, this was last class. Okay, we have done all this profile permission sets, org-wide defaults, roles, role hierarchies. Okay, then we have talked about sharing rules. In the sharing rules, we have seen the example. So if you remember, we have seen the example of UK and India, which is a pick list. Okay, which is a pick list. Country based pick list. So if a particular country, okay, particular country is there in a pick list of a particular record, then those records are visible visible. I mean, they may be read only, there may be read write. So whatever, based on the configuration, we'll see now again. Okay. So that particular records, the particular data can be accessed by a particular set of people based on the role or group of people, public groups we have to create. So this is what we have done till now in the data security. If you haven't practiced, practice. And I have also told to complete data modeling module in the trial head. So do that. If you still face any questions or any concerns, if you have, then we'll discuss them. But today we are going to talk about sharing rules, more about sharing rules. That day we have seen the practical example, but we haven't seen anything like theoretical questions or types of sharing rules. These all we haven't seen. Just one scenario we have seen. Today we will discuss some theoretical as well as practical. Okay. So ఇప్పుడు మనం first topic. Okay, the main thing we have to understand when we are talking about sharing rules is, okay, it's types of sharing rules. The first question, as an interviewer, uh, they may ask you the sharing rule types. Okay, the first type is owner based sharing rule. Let me log into the trial head, then I'll show you the practically as well as theoretically. Just a minute, let it load. So we have to see, okay, how do we get to the sharing rules? Then in that, how can we configure owner basis sharing rule and criteria basis sharing rule? There is another type also, guest user sharing rules. This we are not going to discuss right now. We are going to discuss these two, these which are main. Okay. Let me go to the trial head. Now we have the trial head open. Hmm. Okay. So this is a our trial playground. So what is the first step we have to go? So setup. For anything, we have to go to the setup. Okay. Then in that setup, where we have to go? Unmute yourself if you don't have any background noise. Okay. There is something called as sharing settings. Okay. There is something called as sharing settings. You can see it, right? Just
Yes,
confirm with thumbs up symbol at least.
yes, we can see.
Yeah. In the sharing settings, these are already we have seen these things: private, public, rewrite, public, read only. So these are by defaults. Okay, this is also part of sharing settings, but these are called as share arg defaults. Okay, organization wide defaults. Now we are going to talk about sharing settings. So when you sharing rules. When you talk about sharing rules, these are sharing rules. Means for every object, there will be particular sharing rules that we can define. Now let me go to I think we have configured one sharing rule last time. Let's see. Okay, we'll go for just a minute. Jashwant, to which organization you have access? Can you check it? Last class,
Yeah, okay, I'm just giving.
I think this not this playground. Yeah, not this playground. Is it a resilient moose? Yeah, this one. So in this organization, we'll again go to the sharing setting. In the sharing settings, I think we are already have one sharing rule. Not sure to which object I have given the sharing rule. Okay, it's okay. We'll go for any new object. So let me open any of the particular object. Let's say account object. Okay, account sharing rule means for every object there will be sharing rule. So in this, we are going to open the account sharing rules. We have to click on new. Recalculate is something different. We'll discuss that also. But new is the way we create a new sharing rule. Okay, when you open this one, okay, when you open sharing rule for particular object, you can see this screen. Okay, you can see this screen. Now, let's go back to our document. Okay. What are the types now? Owner-based sharing rule. Okay. Then we have criteria-based sharing rule. In the sharing settings, if you see, select your type. Okay. If you see the select your type, it is based on record owner, based on criteria. Now, what is based on record owner? Okay. Based on record owner. A owner, I'll read just a definition, then I'll go with the practical example more. An owner-based sharing rule opens access to records owned by certain users. For example, a company's managers must see opportunities owned by sales manager in a different region. Suppose the US sales manager could give the APAC sales manager access to the opportunities owned by the US team using the owner-based sharing rule. Means, suppose there are the records. Let's take our example. Suppose Jeshwant and Raghu are there, and there are, suppose, let's say, another users called Neha and let's say Chandana from in the team of Jeshwant. Means, let's say they are in the US. Now Raghu is in some another region, suppose Asia Pacific, so APAC region. Okay, just a minute. Just a minute. Huh. Okay. Now, if you want to give access to Raghu to all the records who are owned by these three users who are based in US, then this type of sharing rule is useful. Means Raghu can access, okay, Raghu can access all the records, means let's say here the account, all the accounts created or owned by Neha, Chandana and Jeshwant, who belongs to the US region. Suppose there are another people who belongs to some Australia, let's say Harini and Bhavani, then they also own some accounts. Those accounts are not accessible to Raghunandan because I haven't configured the sharing rules in such a way that all the accounts are accessible to Raghu. I have configured that if owners are belonging to the US, that means here Neha, Chandana, and Jeshwant, then those users' records, okay, those managers' record can only be accessed to Raghu. Okay, we'll see practically, but theoretically, let's understand first. Is it okay? Means the owner based. If these are the owners, these three are the owners, then those records created by these users can only be accessed by Raghu, but not all the accounts belonging to different people. Okay, let's see. Now, let's say based on record owner. Uh, Based on record owner. Okay, based on record owner. Based on record owner. Okay, based on record owner. Okay. Select which records to be shared. Okay. Owned by members of, let's say, roles. Okay. Roles also we can say roles and subordinates, or I can create a public group. Let me create a public group first. Let me go to the setup. First step for sharing rules, I mean, for controlling the sharing rules, we don't generally go with roles always. We create a group, means that group of people can access, a group of people's use data can be accessed, so like that. In the users, there is something called as public groups. So let me create a new public group. Label US managers. Okay. Now available members, no available members, no. Right. Yeah, users. So let's take Jeshwant Singh and Manoj belongs to this US region. And don't look at this one. This is something different. So this is what we have to discuss first. Okay. How we are going to create a public group? Just a name, a label, and a name. Okay. Then I'm leaving this as this. I will discuss about this again. Then here, what are the users you want to select? Who are the users? Then in the check the drop down users. Then you will be having the users list. From that users list, pick few users and assign it to this group. Let's click on save. Done. So we have created one group which is called as US managers. Now in the sharing settings, I need to 1 second. I need to reload this page. Control Shift R. So based on US managers, just okay. Now based on record owner, in the public groups, I will select US managers. Means the records which are owned by US managers are ready to share. With whom? Now, with whom? With roles. Let's say, what is the role of Raghu? Instead of roles, let's create another. First, we'll talk about these groups only, then we'll talk about roles. APAC managers. Okay, APAC managers, users, then it's Raghunandan. Then let me add myself. Even though I add myself, there is no use because I am a system administrator. I can access anything. So who are APAC managers? It's Raghunandan, let's say. Who are US managers? It's Jashwant and Manoj. Means the records created by Jashwant or Manoj should be accessible by the APAC managers who are Raghunandan and Kalyan Chakravarti. Now let me go back to sharing settings. In the public groups, let me I need to reload again. 1 second. This is very important. So please do concentrate. US2, let's write like this, US2 APAC access. Okay, public groups, in the public groups, US managers. Then here in the public group, APAC managers. What level of access? Okay, what level of access? We are talking about, I am repeating again, we are talking about a rule type based on record owner. Okay, in that I want to share the records owned by these group of people to the group of people who are in this group, APAC managers. Okay, from here to here, I want to make the data visible. So for now, what I will do is account and contact access means account record. No? Account is an object because and it is a like it is a base for these all different objects: opportunity, case, contract, and account. So that's why you'll get these three options. Generally, for custom objects which are individual, you get only one option. Okay. Now let's say read write access. Okay, let's say read write access. I'm leaving this as this. I'm not touching this one. So I'm talking about this account only. For the account and contact, I mean here for in our case it's account. For the account, it's read write access. Now it's done. Now, first we have to see is account should be private. If it is already public read write, then no need for sharing rules only, na? Are you getting this point? This point is very important. If it is already public read write, then these are already accessible by all the people. Why do I need to create a rules? Why do I need to create a sharing rules? So whenever you are going to create a role, hierarchy, roles, and granting the access using this sharing rules, you have to be very clear that what are the argv defaults. If it is already private means what? most restricted, right? So if it is already private, then you no need to create another criteria to restrict. You are going to create the criterias, I mean rules or roles to ease the access. Ease the access. You have to remember, means to feel to make the access, not to restrict. Okay, it is like this. From the triangle is like this. First, you have to restrict. Okay, org-wide defaults. Oh, 1 second. Let's write like this. First, org-wide defaults means that they are like toughest one. If they are private, then you go with the roles, do some role hierarchies and grant access. If they are also restricted, means we have restrictions on this as well. Then go for the sharing rules, where you will give the more access. Okay, like we have seen just now. First, you have to consider in this triangle the org-wide defaults, roles, then sharing rules. Mainly, the org-wide default should be considered. Okay. Coming back to the topic. So these are already private. I have to check the org-wide defaults. Org-wide defaults are private. Means no record should be accessible to the other persons. Means who are owners, only they should be accessing their records. So this is okay. Now I have created a sharing rule such that US managers, okay, criteria owners in US managers shared with owners in, okay, or not all owners, users in APAC managers. What is the access level? Read write. Okay. For the account and contract, leave about these two. That's it. Let me go to the sales. Jason, you need to be ready. Okay. Raghunandan, you also.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I was on mute. So here, these are the 4 records owned by Jeshwant. Okay. Then Raghunandan has these records. Okay. Raghunandan has these records. Now, Raghunandan, can you see the Jeshwant's record? Can you check it?
Yeah, I'm checking.
I think, let me, okay, you go on. I'll just check the roles first. Roles. Raghunandan, what is the role you have?
No, I can see only one record, just one record. A role.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. You should be able to see.
SFKC one. Can only see one record.
One
There is
second.
no role for Raghu, I think so.
Yeah, that's what I think. Raghunandan has no role. So that's what I want, because Raghunandan should not have any role, because we are not talking about the roles here. We are talking about the group of people. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Jeshwant belongs to US group and Raghunandan belongs to the group of APAC.
APAC.
So, Jeshwant's record means the group people who are in the US managers group, those all people's records Raghunandan should access. Okay. Manoj is not here in this class. So let's go with this Jeshwant records only. So Jeshwant records, Raghunandan should see at any cost, because we have defined such criteria. Now let me uh, 1 second. Raghu, share your screen once. This is only owner-based criteria. In the last class, I have defined the different criteria, okay? That is criteria based. Now here we are dealing with the owner-based sharing rule only. Raghu, did you share?
Yeah, I'm sharing.
1 second. Not recently viewed, click on all. Recently viewed, click on recently viewed. Click on all. Yeah.
Mm,
So you can see Manoj and you can see Jeshwant,
just
but
one.
not mine because I belongs to which group? I belongs to APAC, right? So
Yeah.
Raghunandan should not see mine one. Okay. He should see who are Manoj, who belongs to the group US managers. This is what our sharing rule is. Is this
Mm,
okay for everyone? Is
yeah.
this clear for everyone? Now let me add myself as well to the US managers group so that I belongs to US managers group. Then Raghunandan should see my records as well because the criteria is such that, the sharing rule is such that the manager in the APAC group should see all the records of the US managers group. Now let me share my screen again. Jashwant, can you see Raghu's record?
Let me check that.
Again, we need to go to the sharing settings. Okay. Again, we need to go to the sharing settings. Then we need to go to the account sharing rule, click on edit. Not here. This is fine. We will go to the my bad, I was on mute again. Okay. We need to go to the group. Which group? Public group. And in this public group, I need to go to the US managers. Then I need to add myself. Okay. Raghu, reload your page and see whether you can access the records which I own.
Yes, Anna. I can see.
Can you share your screen?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Jason, can you access Raghu's?
No.
Yeah. That is what our criteria is, right? Oh, see, now he can see my records, Jashwant's records, Manoj's records,
Manoj.
because the only reason is we belongs to a group where that group complete the group of people's records are visible to the group he is part of. Okay, this is what owner based sharing rule. Clear for everyone? This is very
Yeah.
simple, right?
Yeah,
Very
nice.
Instead of saying only Kalyan should see Raghu's record, only Jeshwant should see the Raghu's record, I just created two groups. I added them. I added some few people into this group. Added few people into this group. Then this group of people's data should be visible to this group. That's it. That is owner-based sharing rule. Even though the org-wide defaults are private, even though the Raghu even though if Raghu is below the role, okay, below the role, okay, of Jeshwant, suppose if I give Raghu the sales rep and Jeshwant is the sales manager, in that scenario also, even Jeshwant is in the top role when compared to Raghu, okay, then also Raghu will be able to see the Jeshwant's record. Even though Manoj, suppose let's say Manoj is below the Raghu, even though the Raghu can see the Manoj records. So it is irrespective of roles. We created using groups of people. Okay, groups. This group of people's record should be visible to this group of people. So role is something different. If you face any confusion, go to my recording and watch the roles. Okay, or let ping me. I'll explain you. But roles is something different, and sharing rules is something different. Rules comes in the top layer. I can say, suppose let's say the triangle is this way. Let's say here org by defaults, here roles. Then even though suppose Jashwant is manager and Raghu is sales representative, and suppose Manoj is normal user. Okay, normal user in the sense, suppose any role we have, the role hierarchy is this way. So Raghu can see Manoj record, but Raghu can't see the Jashwant's record. Now this is the role hierarchy concept. But because of sharing rules, now Raghu can see anyone's record if they are part of the sharing rule. So sharing rules comes above that, means more feasibility. Okay, clear? So this triangle is we have to understand in a way that how the triangle is, it's expanding, means more restricted. To give some more feasibility, use roles. To give more feasibility, sharing rules. Okay. Then let's talk about the another sharing rule, which we have already seen the example in the past class. Okay. We have already seen that example. Now we'll see another example. Okay. Okay. Now we'll see another example. Now I have reloaded. This is whose screen? Oh, sorry. This is Jashwant's, right? Sorry, Raghu's, right? Now let me share my screen. Unshare your screen. So we'll talk about the criteria-based sharing rule. A criteria-based sharing rule determines with whom to share the records based on the, based on the field values. Okay, based on the field values. Okay, the field values are must here. Means which field have particular value, then that particular field should be visible to particular set of people. So you can create criteria based sharing rule for many objects, including accounts, these all. Okay, for sharing criteria, record types, and these, I mean, these are the field types, auto number, these many type of fields we can use. Text and text area are case sensitive. What is mean by case sensitive? If I say UK, okay, UK is different and UK is different and UK. Okay, so it's case sensitive. When you're defining the rule here, you have to be very clear that case sensitive. For example, no, not for example. Let's see the example directly. Let me go to the one of the account. Let's say JS2. No, not JS2. What are my records? Yeah, KC1. You can see my screen, right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Huh. So, let me click on the details. Let's say industry. So, industry is a pick list. Okay, industry is a pick list. So, suppose we have these many pick list items, right? These many pick list items. Suppose there are, we'll choose now we'll choose three types: agriculture, biotechnology, okay, engineering. Let's say these are different types now. So let's say agriculture. Okay, agriculture, save it. Now let me go to another account. Okay, all accounts, SFKC1. details. Then let's say the industry is biotechnology. Okay. I need more records, so I need to go to many records and edit the industry type. So let me go to JS1 again. I'm picking randomly. So let's go to the industry type and let's say biotechnology is done. Some agriculture related. I'm going with agriculture related. So let's food and beverage. Okay. Now, 1 second. This table is not good. Just a minute. Huh? I'm doing just a small thing here. I just want to see here in a table like structure the industry type also. So this is how we do it. This. Hmm. These are the records which are having no type. These many different industries are there as a pick list value for these many set of records. Now I will say that I want to define such a way that if it is food and beverages and biotechnology and agriculture, then Raghunandan should access. Okay, means the APAC manager should access. Asia region managers. If it is other than that, like let's say energy, electronics, education, consulting, construction, so whatever the transportation, these all Jeshwant, who is the who belongs to the group, US manager should access. Is it okay? The the means the question you need to understand, the scenario you need to understand first. Then we will go with the practical. If the industry type, irrespective of the record owner is already having, okay, irrespective of the record owner, if a particular pick list value, okay, belonging to the particular object of particular record is having a value which, let's say, food and beverages, agriculture and biotechnology, then APAC manager should access. If it is energy, transportation, hospital, then other than that, okay, then the US manager should access. Now, what we have in such scenarios, irrespective of the record owner, I may be the record owner, Jashwant may be the record owner, anyone can be the record owner. So, irrespective of the record owner, if this criteria we need to define, then we need to go further. Again, same concept. Go to the sharing setting. Already public groups are there, and there are users also here. Okay, so that's why I'm going with the which one? Sharing settings again. This is which type of sharing setting? Is it record owner based or criteria
Criteria.
based?
Criteria.
Criteria based. Let's say here new again. Now let's say based on based on criteria. Okay, based on criteria. Then hmm, account industry type. Okay, so click on the based on criteria. Now, what is the role type? First thing, based on criteria. What select which records to be shared? Just a minute, I'll be on mute. So, if you see here, one second. So, rule type is criteria based. Then, which records to be shared? Means what are the records? So, the account records, because it's an account object anyway. In the account record, if industry, where is industry? Yeah, industry equals to, we can click on this lookup option for industry. I mean, for pick list, this is the option we'll get. If it is bank, sorry, what is that?
Agriculture.
Agriculture, biotechnology, and something, yeah, food and beverages. Then these records should be shared with the group of people who are part of APAC managers. Okay, it's read only. No, I want to give read write access. Let's save it. Okay, this is one rule. Now I need another rule, new, based on criteria. I think criteria 2. Description again, account, industry, type. See, I'm giving randomly. In generally, when you go to the work, you will not give this type of things. Okay, there will be more specific description, more specific rule names, more specific labels, where you will get from client. You can't decide yourself. Okay, you will be having architect who will design all the things. Okay, they will just give you the scenario and these all things. You need to uh, write the create a sharing rule. So again, it's again criteria based. Let's say industry. In the industry, I will say not equals to. I don't want to define all the things. I want to say not equal to these three, then US manager should access. Not equal to these three. Which three? Agriculture, biotechnology, and food and
Food.
beverages. Yeah, food and beverages. So if they are not equal to this one, then these people should access. Who? Let's say US
Yes.
managers. It's not read only. Again, it's I want read write access. So we have created these things. Now we have multiple things, multiple rules. Okay. See, these are, let's say this is criteria based. These are owner based. This is also criteria only, but it is owner. This is some particular criteria. Okay. Public filter, like it's like a filter, but little advanced filter. So if it is not equal to biotechnology, agriculture, food and beverage, then US manager should access. If it is equal to biotechnology, then agriculture, food and beverage, then APAC manager should access. And this already you know. Irrespective of these two settings, this is another setting. If the record owner belongs to this one, then if the record owner belongs to the group, which one? The US managers, then APAC manager should access. So let just one, you share your screen. Before one second. Jason, share your screen.
Yes, sir. Let me share. Yeah. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah. Now, see, yeah, click on that one. Click on that one. If you see here, you can still see biotechnology. Yeah, you are the record owner, right? No. If you are the record owner, you can see anything.
Okay.
See, this is the thing here. If you are the record owner, this is your record. Okay, you can see that. If you are not the record owner, if someone else is record owner, then because of org by default, it was private. But because of shared settings, sharing rules, I made the other things also visible. See, this was not visible to you before. This was not visible to you before, but still you can see it now. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now I will do another one also. I'll change the Raghunandans also. Raghunandan created. Yeah, you need to see one record called RK because it was not agriculture. Reload the screen.
Yeah, I did not.
You got it, RK?
Yes.
Yeah, now you got the RK because it is communication. Suppose if I change it, okay, if I change it to something else, then again you will not be able to see. Okay,
Yeah, got it.
now I'll change the communications to some biotechnology, let's say agriculture. Now reload the screen.
I'm not able to see that record.
Okay, now Raghu, you share your screen. Raghu, you share your screen. Just one stop sharing. Yeah, yeah. See, you need to configure the fields here. I'll just tell you how. Click on this one. You're not able to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Click on this one.
Clone.
1 second. Not that, not there, not there. 1 second. Click on this one.
Clone.
I think I haven't given you the access actually. New, create new. No, no. Click on this. Create new. Only I can see this list view. Okay. Then write the new, write the list name. Give it any name. Industry based or IND based. Just random name. Okay. Now click on this filter. Oh, no, no, not there, not there. Click on that one. Now select fields to display. Now select the industry.
See industry.
Oh,
There is no industry.
there is no industry. I
Mhm.
think we have configured. Just a minute. Just a minute. I think I haven't
I think I
given you the
don't have
access.
access for field industry
Yeah,
field.
yeah. Okay, no problem. You just open any of the particular. You will not have. This is a page layout concept. Okay. Do you
Yeah.
remember the page layout? In the page layout, we have done this way. So no problem. But just one, is it okay in your org? I mean, you can see, right? Raghu's record, irrespective of the owner,
Um,
based on the
yes, sir.
criteria.
Yeah.
Okay. So, any questions? We have 8 more minutes.
Hmm.
Okay.
No, how can we disable this developer console? I forgot actually.
How can you?
Disable this developer console. I don't see a developer.
How can we enable? You are asking.
Yeah.
I need to give you the access. Your profile don't have this.
That's what I'm asking.
In the profile, I need to.
Profile.
I need to change your complete profile itself. You have given.
Actually, I tried it today
Yeah, this
morning,
is a
but
minimum access profile. You see here, right? It's a minimum access profile. Only the things you, I mean, I define in that only you can see. Okay, in the profile you will be having the developer console access that I will be enabling. Okay, the
also
complete
show.
the access. All accesses are controlled by profile only. Okay,
Okay.
practice more about profiles, more about permission sets, and these rows or where defaults. Okay. solve some scenario based questions. Okay, let me only give it. I'll share you one article. Mm, one second.
And where I can do it, Anna? Here.
Hmm? Just a minute.
Profile setting.
Whose profile is this one?
Some random. I created one profile.
Okay.
Where I can do it.
One second. I'm in another screen. Just a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Now tell me. I think you can't create that one. I need to change it. What is your profile actually? Analytics Cloud. Okay. You
No,
just
not
want to
this.
you just
Yeah,
want
yeah. Just
right?
I want to see where. How can I
Go to
do
the system permissions. Yeah, system permissions.
permission? Yes, sir.
Control F. Search for author. There are other ways also, but this is generally which I have used. What is your profile? Let me check it on your profile only directly. Raghunandan is sales rep profile. You don't have anything called as Apex? No? There should be. Yeah, see, this is a, I mean, this is a standard one, right? Standard profile, right? Standard
Yeah.
profile you can't edit now.
Oh, okay.
I'm going with your profile only.
Yeah, I'm stopping my
Okay.
screen. Share your screen.
Yeah. Give me a minute. Yeah. So, 1 second. Just a minute, Raghu. Okay. Just a minute. See, these are there are easy and toughest questions. Okay. Easy and toughest questions. So, go through them. Okay. There are more related to Apex, many other things. So, how many you can understand, that many you try to understand, and rest all the things you note down the numbers. Okay. Okay. Note down the numbers. This is all about the security. Okay. All about the security. If you only want to have the sharing rules, there are sharing rules questions also. Okay. Not this one, the toughest one, that one. Okay. You do practice them. Now let's talk about these profiles. Okay. Now, Raghu, this is your profile. Okay. This is your profile. So this profile need to have two things mainly. If mainly the system administrators can only be editing the, okay, system administrators can only be, system admins can only be having access to console, or we have another ways where you need to have the view all, modify all. There are some other permissions. Now here, let me give you the permission called so setup and configuration is there. Second, where is that? You should be able to see why you are not having. You can't see, right?
No, I can't see. What about us?
Developer console is not visible. Let me get access to EF pages, then maybe you will be getting access to. No. Your profile, I think I have created from minimum access profile. That's the reason. Okay, I'll look into this and I'll let you know. I need to go for another meeting. Okay.
ఓకే అవును లాస్ట్ క్లాస్ ఎప్పుడో చెప్పినా అన్న ఇది గుర్తొస్తలేదు యాక్చువల్లీ ఇట్స్ అన్ ఇంటర్వ్యూ క్వశ్చన్ నేను కొన్ని ఇంటర్వ్యూ క్వశ్చన్స్ లో చూస్తే అది అనిపించాను నాకు కెన్ యూ మేక్ అండ్ ఎనేబుల్ దిస్ అని జశ్వంత్ నేను క్లాస్ లో ఉన్నప్పుడు నువ్వు చెప్పినావు ఇది
సంథింగ్ మిస్ హ్యాపెన్ విత్ యువర్ ప్రొఫైల్ అంతే, అదేదో నేను చేసినట్టు.
అండ్ నువ్వు అదే డెవలపర్ కన్సల్ట్ లేకుండా రిస్ట్రిక్ట్ చేస్తున్నాను అది ఎట్లా అని చూస్తున్నా అని కనిపించట్లేదు నాకు ప్రొఫైల్లో సమ్ ఎపెక్స్ అనుకుంటా చెప్పినుండే అది గుర్తురావట్లేదు
It's okay. It's okay. We'll see it tomorrow. Okay.
ఓకే
Yeah. Okay. Bye then. Do practice this one. Okay. Do practice this one.
యా షూర్
Bye.
Bye.